Okay, another day has come to an end. The stock market traded counter the news today. It shouldn't surprise any of us, but it does make for uncomfortable trading. So we have this breakout from the 35-37 area right here, and it basically held today. So we've got a seller at 58.5, 60. That's the seller. We got a buyer down here below 35. The low was 37. We're dealing with a fairly strong P with a new distribution started up here, made the high, then another distribution here. So the market is still pointed higher off of structure and technicals. And if you had to buy at the market, make a trade at the market, you still would be long. And that's hard to accept, but that is a fact. So right now 1950 is resistance. It is holding. It's going to be fairly easy to take out with any kind of help from the news, and we do have some news tomorrow. Not usually big market moving news, but you know, the biggest market moving these days is when bad news hits and the market doesn't sell and all these traders pile in from the long side. So today we've got ourselves a P. Support held. We've rejected prices below 42. We're at 50, and you can see the last rotate up the other night stopped in this 52-53 area. So best resistance starts really at 53. So we'll make the trade sell failure to take out 51, 53. And then we're going to sell 59s to 61s. On the buy side, the last rotate down stopped at 45. We're at 50. So for the overnight session only, and assuming we close the market in the 50 area, we're going to buy 45, 47. And much more comfortable buying 40 to 42. But the overnight session is a little compressed and a little bit tougher to work in, and you have to pay up sometimes to get in. Okay, taking a look at the note, we had a strong day, but we did sell some after the auction, which took place at 29.5. Now the dynamics are, and we know this, that you can't move the paper if the market goes straight up without a big piece of news. And we had much better than expected news for the financials this morning, and we did get the rally that we would expect off of that. We did stop at resistance, which we figured was 25 to 125.04, so we kept our number 2 sell at 31 to 03. We did end up with a high of 2.5. We're currently at 24. The day session closed at 25. So we're in that first little buy zone, and we'd hope to buy it a little cheaper in the overnight session, but depending on what the E-mini does, we may have to pay 25s to get in. We have news tomorrow. Jobless claims will be the first focus at 3:10. Personal income and personal spending. +0.4. Nobody believes it. PCE at +0.2. And last but not least, natural gas inventories. My guess is they'll probably build 110. I haven't seen a number yet or any kind of swag. So jobless claims will be number 1. Personal spending will be number 2. And that's the way the market will go. And then we have the 7-year auction, and we've had a market that trades up. We went off at 129.29.5, then it was at 12 to 13, so 13 to 29, 16, 8 off at 29. We should auction no worse than 21 tomorrow, so we're going to make a call for 21 or better on the auction tomorrow. So would like to get long at 21 or better. Looking at the F2 screen. Pretty strong day, a P. I always separated I just to show you the impact of the auction. I think you should too. So we have a P definitely. If we put them all together, we still have a P, and we have this breakout from 22.5. We're pointed lower right now. I think we're headed a little bit lower. I don't know if we can get in and buy, but I'd like to buy against this high volume number right here. So we're going to try a 17 to 21, but if the E-mini sells this afternoon, it's going to be 25 or better. So let's see if they won't take it down into the 7 years, set the market up, get everybody excited, then whack it. Then 9 to 13 for buy 2. But I do want to be long tomorrow because of the 7-year auction. Sell failure to take out 28 to the buck. Okay, the knob spread is still holding in. That means the long-term money is still on the buy side. If I were in the 7-year tomorrow, I'd probably dump that spread just prior to the auction. It doesn't mean it can't rally after the auction. I just think that the play was to get long for the auction. The auction completes tomorrow, and at that point, we have seen some profit taking. Nobody's fallen over their feet to get long this week, so my guess is that we'll be looking at probably an average 7-year, not better than last month's, equal to maybe a little bit lower. So we definitely have a P. The market is trying to trade higher. We like the sell this morning. We had a sell in the market starting out 11 to 15, 19 to 23. Market just exploded off of the news. We went up to 29. So the sell became the 28 to the buck area, and the market drifted lower from there. So looking at this one, last rotate up stopped at 20. We have an I period high at 24, so we're going to sell failure to take out 20 to 21. On the buy side, we had the breakout at 12, and then from 7. So I'd like to buy a little cheaper. We'll try 5 to 9. May have to pay 13s to get in. Depends a lot on what happens with the E-mini this afternoon. And then 29 to 01. And that'll do it for the 30-year. Like I said, it may take 13s to get in, but a lot of that should depend on what happens in the E-mini this afternoon. Okay, gold is interesting. Got a seller at 25. That's pretty clear. We got a buyer in the 15 to 17 area. Pretty much where we had it today. Had a good sell into 20 early in the session that we called, and then our second area to sell this morning was 23 to 25, and we got just above 25, so that worked out just fine too. But gold, I think, is in a trading range, and we got a seller you can see pretty much at 25 to 27, so that'll be sell 1, and then 29 to 31 for sell 2. I don't think we can break it out without some help from the news. Tomorrow's news isn't usually the market moving type. We'll buy 15s to 17s, and then 9s to 12s for buy 2. Maybe they get stops beneath here. Don't know. But with what's going on in the Middle East, I don't see anybody dumping their gold positions, and I think the retail account never has abandoned this market. I think they've been buying the dips all along. Still have some construction upstairs, so we will hear noise, but I held off till they turned the saws off. Wasn't that nice of me? Pretty noisy stuff when you get right down to it. I wouldn't have stood a chance. Tell you, I'm always in wonder when I watch craftsmen get up there and work, and it's all done with the ruler. Measure, 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 measure. Then cut, then put it where it's supposed to go. And I don't have the personality makeup to do that. Okay, 40 to 50 again is going to be our sell 1. Sell 2 is going to be 75 on the euro. I forgot to post that article. I'll go find it and put it up this afternoon. It's a different take on the market. They're talking about the flow of funds and capital around the world, and the change in the banking laws, how it's impacted that. The law of unintended consequences. But as long as these central bankers can play the game, they play it the way it's being played today, and again, you have to feel sorry for them because of, I mean, most of the leadership around the world is a tax and spend welfare state leadership, and makes it really, really hard to create prosperity for everybody. That plan has been proven not to work time and time again, but it is the easiest way to buy votes, and they do. And those at the top of the money heap, give them the money to buy those votes. So those at the top of the money heap can maintain their current advantage. Okay, looking at this in crude oil, it's 105.50 and 107 1/4. It's where the market is. We've got a P, so let's raise our sell to 75 to the buck. And I like the 25 to 50 for sell 2 better. I don't see that things are going to settle down in Iraq anytime soon. I'm going to give it a little bit of room. We're going to play this high volume area down here, lean against it maybe, so 106.25, 106 even by 1, and then 105.50 to 75 for buy 2. I think you just have to let the market come to you, pull the trigger, wait a little bit. I'm not interested in being short overnight on the day session close, so selling failure to take out 675, 107, or 7 1/4, 750, the 2 trades from the short side. On the buy, buying against that 106 seems reasonable to me. And that's it for June 25th, 2014. As soon as I get the video done, I'll put it into the room, and I'll go find that article right now. Later.